that's enough. I'm going to take it from here. Coffee with Karan Season 7 is back. This time exclusively on Disney Hotstar. It's going to be bigger, better and more beautiful.
Karan, welcome to India today. It's very rare that we get to sit at this end of the couch. We've seen episodes and we've probably played this game, on weekends with friends. We've sort of imagined and fantasized also sometimes that what would happen if Karan Johar takes your pants off or says something to you on the show. So this truly is an exciting conversation.
Thanks, Tushar.
I want to jog your memory bit in time and talk to you about the title of the show. Did you have options and how did this title come?
I really don't know. It just came. I said that time was the phase where I was obsessed with K because it was told that I was lucky till Carl released. I was like, kuch kuch hota hai, kabhi khushi kabhi gum, kal ho na ho, Coffee with Karan. So K was lucky. So I knew I had to title something with K.
Yeah.
So I said something with Karan, conversation, chat. Then I went to why not just Coffee with Karan? It just came and I spelled K. And I remember once an English teacher catching me at some event and firing me. And she said, because you spell coffee with a K, all the students think coffee is spelled with a K. So I was like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. That was not my intention to cause an entire generation to spell the word wrong. But it just came to my mind, Tushar. I have no other memory about how it came.
Right. And when was the first time you realized the show has become so big that every living room, household, every kitty party was discussing Coffee with Karan?
It happened during the first season, I felt that, I could feel, those were non-social media days. So there was no other way of gauging and judging. And obviously we were an English language show, so ratings weren't applicable at that time on Star World. But I remember traveling, the show came out in November, December, January, I traveled to London. And that's when I realized that, because see, in India, that people watch television and whatever. But when you go out of the country and have at least 200 people come up to you at airports and restaurants and lobbies and just say, oh my God, we love your show, and recognizing me much more than I did, I realized I think something is up, And then the second season came and then it just exploded.
Absolutely. And then how did you deal with stars calling you and telling you, I want to be on the show? Once something becomes popular and then you become the face of it, how do you deal with that even today?
I mean, it started happening more in the last 2 seasons where people realized that it could also be a promotional platform for a film. And I've done that a few times. Or I've had actors who I have a good rapport and relationship with calling. But many a time, I can't accommodate everybody because of combinations. Sometimes one actor is strong, but I don't know who to combine them with. And it's
Is there a combination that you wished for which hasn't happened yet?
Oh, there were so many. I mean, everybody wanted, everybody used to ask for Shah Rukh and Salman to come. I haven't even attempted it because I'm like, I'll go mad trying to coordinate this. Or people have asked for, Ranbir was asked for, we managed that. We did that brilliantly. But there were many wishful combinations people have asked for, that hasn't, because it's not easy as people think that you can't just dial people. These days, people are more careful, much more like worried about, how they're projected, what they're saying. They know that this show can land them in trouble. It has in the past. It landed me in so much trouble. But at one point, I realized that I should actually maybe dial down the controversy and dial up the fun. This is what the 7th season is all about.
And when that change happened, when we just said that, you thought that the fun angle should be more and controversy should be less. And there was this whole phase where people were like, the show's not happening. Wow. He's not going to come back. Like they almost wrote the show off.
Yeah.
And then you teased us with this teaser, which has now become a talking point.
Yeah.
What were you going through at that point in time?
I always wanted to do the show. I knew that all this trolling and negativity to the show was very, very surface and superficial. It really wasn't the truth. Because if it was the truth, nobody would have wanted the show.
Right.
I mean, the fact that, Disney Plus Hotstar was excited, the fact that I was excited, the fact that people were excited to come means nothing had really changed. Means all that was just noise. It wasn't the reality.
Right. And also that story of Chintuji, which has become legendary thanks to Sonam and Deepika's episode.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of calls through episodes later, and how do you deal with that? Because you have to balance that thin line.
No,
you know them personally.
So Tushar, what I've done is that anytime an actor or celebrity has called me to edit something that they've said, I never say no. I always cut it. I never ever.
But isn't there pressure for the promo or let's keep this? This is very juicy.
No, I don't. Not over relationships. No film, no talk show, no reality show is above a relationship. If I have a relationship with an artist, that is to me the first priority for me. I need to service that more than anything else. So if an artist has said something in their candid mood or because they are comfortable with me and they felt, irreverent in that moment and said something. But then they went home, thought about it, called me the next day and said, "Yeah, Karan, cut that out." I've cut it out. I don't even argue. I've never even
No questions asked.
No. I'm like, I don't want you to have a single doubt in your head.
Yeah.
You should know. So it's happened. So despite that, people have gone into trouble, that's separate.
True. And call it coincidence or the coffee magic, but Vicky, Katrina and Alia Ranbir, two couples who you sort of...
And Sara Karthik.
Yes.
I mean, I call this the couch of manifestation. I was like, say it, I was telling Kriti, I said, say it, say a name, it'll happen. I said, because Katrina on this couch said that she thought she would look good with Vicky. Vicky collapsed. And then next is that happened. Sara mentioned Karthik, they started dating. Alia has mentioned Ranbir in season after Sanjeev, and she's married to him today and
Absolutely.
going to have his beautiful baby. They're having a baby together. So I mean, like, it's fantastic that this couch has actually manifested so many relationships.
Right. And if you had to turn the tables one day, this is just an imaginary question, and had somebody, ask questions to you, throw questions to you, which actor or which celebrity do you think you would love to be on the other side of?
I think Shah Rukh Khan and Ranveer Singh would both make great interviewers. I would love to have them interview.
Oh, let's manifest that.
Yeah, well, I mean, who knows? Maybe season finale is like, I'll be on that side.
The promo of this season has got people noticing one major thing. One is Vijay Deverakonda and Samantha and Akshay. That's a very odd chemistry and a different combination which people really have taken to with whatever little that we've seen.
Yeah.
Given the fact that, South films are making such an impact, was that just a very organic decision to get these people in?
So actually the thought came in when a survey came up from Ormax, where Samantha was leading pan-India, the #1 star. And on that same survey, Akshay Kumar was the only actor from Hindi cinema that was on that survey list.
Wow.
The rest were all actors from South cinema. So I was like, it would be interesting to bring the top from one cinema and the top from the other and just put them together. They don't know each other. They're not friends. They are professional acquaintances.
Yeah.
But it was a great show. It was a great episode. A lot of entertainment and fun.
Right.
Sometimes, two people who are too comfortable make a show sometimes not come alive that much because they are so comfortable that they don't come across. The awkwardness sometimes of two people makes a great show.
Right. And, internationally, there is Jay Leno, there have been Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, all of these guys. Who do you draw your inspiration from in terms of putting the questions together, saying, let's not ask this, let's ask that? How does that work?
I love Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, she's really my, she's been a huge inspiration. She's been my goddess of talk show hosting, and I'm a huge fan. I'd love to meet her one day.
Yeah, and I think your vibe is very similar to Ellen.
Yeah.
You do make the guests comfortable before you start.
Yeah, and also
asking
I
questions.
realize, has relationships with a lot of the actors on a personal level, and she maintains them.
Yeah.
I realized that in the lockdown when she was doing a lot of stuff online on Zoom, and I was like, yeah, I really love her and I respect her a lot.
Right. And no conversation with you can be complete without doing a quick rapid fire. So I have basic 5 questions, which I'm going to shoot, which fans have sent to us, which I think I'm going to ask you. One is your most favorite episode, and one episode you think you could have done better, looking back.
My most favorite episode was when the entire Kapoor family came together. And the fact that 2 of them are not with us today makes me emotional about that episode as well. The whole family was there and it was just fantastic. They were hilarious. They were candid. They were exuberant. They were magical. That was my favorite. An episode I thought I could have done better. So I remember when I interviewed Kapil Sharma, who's I think the funniest guy in the business, but he was very serious on the show. And I think that was wonderful. It was not that I could do it better. That was to me surprising. But what it also did is it made me realize that not all comics, when the cameras are off, do have different personalities. And he was very candid. So that episode had surprised me. I wouldn't do it differently because I like that he came across differently as opposed to his TV image.
Right. And this is the one that you throw the most at people, which is one rumor that you wish was true about yourself. What would you say?
One rumor that I wish was true about myself is that, what is the rumor about me?
What's the newest thing you heard?
I mean, there's no such rumor. Everything is true only. Whatever.
I like this answer. I think we should go with this.
There's no rumor. Whatever it is true.
Right. And lastly, Coffee with Karan is back with a bang. And you're going to stir a lot of stuff that you're going to now watch. What's the one thing that's going to be different this season from the rest?
Oh, I can't reveal it, but it's in the rapid fire round. Let's just say that I'm not the judge of the rapid fire round anymore. I won't tell you who the judge is, but I'm not the judge.
Okay, that's a big hint that you've given viewers.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you so much, Karan,
Thanks,
for
Tushar.
speaking. And all the very best.
Thank you for being here.